holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is Alvin Kamara, made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. At the 24-yard line.
Mike. Check 55, Mike.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Clearly, every time the Saints put together a game plan, they plan to get Michael Thomas involved early and often. 125 catches in 2018, the most in the NFL. Not bad for a kid in Pop Warner football that only played the minimum number of plays every game.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On play action, Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, 2nd best in the league, and they'll try it here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
61, match box.
Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On the ground, Kamara. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 more there and another first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On 2nd and 12, Allen, and Cook has it, left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Allen. Open man is Michael Thomas. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Looking long for Thomas. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Saints.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. Jared Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go, G. Nice 7, let's go.
Throwing, Mariota. And this is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And all the way down to the 35. A big play, Mariota to Davis. And even 40 yards. First down, Mariota. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
All day. One. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
To the air again, Mariota. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And a throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And the 10-year vet knocks it. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Suckup now, set to kick it off following the made field goal. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jarrell Casey. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Cameron Meredith, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Mariota now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here. Mariota throwing complete there to Walker. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
You got three. You got tight right there.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
56 to Mike, boys. 53. Buzz. Check right.
Again, it's Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now Allen. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen throwing the out route and complete. That's Cook. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, exit.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen to the right side and complete to Thomas. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. To throw, it's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cook. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Hey, Delta.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st down jam at the 18-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike's 56. Go, go, go. 56 to Mike.
Following the interception here, Mariota toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Suckup will put this one right through. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mariota. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Sheldon Rankins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 4th down, they snap it to Mariota. Steps away to his left. Oh, going deep here for... Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry was sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22 and a half. Congratulations. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
53, Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh, check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Squeeze, double. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught right side, Davis. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Motion.
Mariota hands to Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
53 is the mic. I know.
Now Mariota on 4th down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Mariota on 1st down. And right side, Henry's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Mariota to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mariota again. And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Hey, my 7.
Now Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Back to it after the pick 6. Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack on 1st down, Mariota. Henry's got it out on the left side. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
56. Echo. 6, right there, 56.
From the gun, Mariota. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Mariota gives to Henry. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 3. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
53, Mike. Hey.
To throw is Mariota. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Mariota now. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Succop's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right?
It's a foot race. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. Third down here. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker. Mariota now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. A first down throw for Mariota. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
47, Mike. One. I got you, Pop.
Mariota.
Check, 47.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. And that is caught. Walker. Touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point put through by Succop. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down.
Kill.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. What's good on the extra point? And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mariota, he's going to rifle, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. P.J. Williams with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Don't be scared of it. He's regular. Kill.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The Titans on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Mariota. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. From the red zone now, Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eli Apple. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 40, past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Let's go.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.